Do. I'm not gonna get real mad as I do this show today. Oh, hey, hey, hey. Oh, hey, hey, hey. Yeah, I definitely should. But I'm not gonna allow myself to get real mad. Not today. Not today. I will not be mad today. Oh, no, 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 not today. No, oh, we won't be mad today. We won't be mad today. I'm not gonna get mad on the stream. Not today or yesterday. Oh, yeah, not today or yesterday. Not today or yesterday. Yeah, I definitely got heated reading that last story I read for you guys last night. As you guys know, though, this is a live show. I'm trying to switch up our timeline or whatever to be more earlier in the day, if that makes sense. Probably don't make sense to y'all. You might wonder, why does he got a green screen with nothing on it? Because I edit these out into little segments for my later show, right? Move this down a little bit. Yeah, position this over here. Because y'all need to see my other clothing at all. At all. So that top button's lit. So I'm looking right for the camera. Oh, grab my brush. I just had that joint. Where is my brush at? I dropped my brush. I can't find my brush. Oh, who I don't care. Oh, just found it. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. La ilaha illallah. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. La ilaha illallah. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. La ilaha illallah. So, you guys might see from the title, I want to point out some of the obvious. Some of the obvious. Some of the obvious. Some of the obvious. Some of the obvious things going on. I don't really know what I told her last. I'll address it when I get done this little live show. No, too early. No, too early. Okay, my bad. So basically, here's the breakdown of the show. We're going to run down this trending tab. Let me pop this up for y'all though, and get a lot of this other stuff y'all don't need to see off my screen, because you don't need to see everything I got going on over here. No, you don't. Not at all. Oh, and we have some of these comments. Hello, what are you doing? This is a news broadcast channel. We try to give people news and try to keep it out of how everybody else does their little news broadcast or whatever. Like, I'm Muslim, so you can't really get more conservative than being Muslims. And a lot of these Republicans acknowledge that fact when they're not trying to be hateful towards Muslims, right? Yet, in the same breath, it's just a lot of y'all don't realize that after the Obama days, I don't even want to get into politics because this ain't really political. This is more giving y'all the news straight up and down. Now, one of our biggest subject matters today, we had two major subject matters to cover. The United Healthcare CEO, he passed away. And then the Daniel Penny manslaughter case, and he's inappropriately charged. He's only looking at 5 years of probation. So, just to let you know, no matter what, that man can't get more than 5 years of probation. 5 years of probation. If you're driving in a car doing over 100 miles an hour on a highway and you get caught, you're going to get in more trouble. If the cop writes that ticket up right, you're going to get in more trouble than that man Daniel Penny will get. And if he gets found guilty, he's not charged with a serious charge. And I'll be breaking that down too. Highly inappropriate. Highly inappropriate. Any other time somebody ends up killing somebody, they charge them with criminal homicide. Do you understand what criminal homicide is? Criminal homicide is a blanket charge, right? That's when they go and take you into jail because somebody died. Even if they broke into your house, they usually take you in and charge you with criminal homicide and then work their way down. They let the grand jury work it down and be like, okay, well, we're going to do these ones. Because criminal homicide is a blanket charge, meaning you killed somebody, they know you killed somebody, and now we're going to figure out which sentence is appropriate. And they usually hand over criminal homicide with the conditions of what each homicide charge is. Because homicide is just an intentional death, right? So criminal homicide means you criminally killed somebody. And now we need to figure out, was it voluntary? Was it involuntary? Was it premeditated or not premeditated? The fact that that charge never even made it to court is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And I'll tell you guys why. Matter of fact, that's the first story I'm going to break down. Because I want to tone this down as we go on. So we're going to tone it down with the trending. This is from WTFFN, Work Till Friday, Fake News. Fun news. Work till Friday. Fun news, fake news, who cares? Daniel Penny committed first-degree murder. Changed my mind. Now, I have this nice graphic right here. Jordon nearly got on the train. Crazy homeless person got on the train. Just another day on the subway. If you ever took public transportation, you know. Occasionally, somebody crazy gets on there and they're screaming and flipping out. And it's because they're homeless, they have nowhere to go for the night, and they're just hoping if they make enough noise, they'll go to jail for the night or go to the mental hospital for the night, do a little bit down there and get re-enrolled in a halfway house or a homeless shelter so they have a place to be at. That's what was going on with that man Jordon Neely that day. All the reports show the same, right? He boarded the train at Lexington and 63rd Ave, right? He had an opportunity. They had an opportunity to hit the stop train button and had a police intervene at 57th Street, at 47th Street, at 42nd Street, at 34th Street, at 23rd Street, at 14th Street, at West 4th Street, and Broadway and Lafayette is when the police finally came on and broke up the situation after Jordon nearly died. That man was lynched. That man was lynched on the train. It was recorded. And then people are further victimizing him and his family, talking about, oh, he had 42 felonies. Okay, and I got 42 felonies. Are you going to kill me because I'm having a bad day? There's a lot of people that got 40, 50, 100 felonies. Not every felony results in a conviction. He was charged with felonies 42 times. I went to jail once. I had 42 felonies up until a few years ago when expungement started working in my favor. And now I got 1 felony and 2 misdemeanors left on my record. So when I was 30 years old, I had like 50 felonies on my record. But if I had a bad day getting off of work or something happened and I'm homeless and I'm crying, talking about I want to end myself on the train, that gives justification for some random dude to run up on me. To kill me? To kill anybody else? Like, that's crazy. Well, here's the train. A deep dive allowed me to figure out they had 8 stops, right? The first stop, and if it would have happened like that, he would have went limp. I could have seen that as being the lesser charge he's charged with. The second stop would be the second-degree involuntary manslaughter, which is his worst case, his worst charge. Daniel Penny will only get 5 years if found guilty of probation. Of probation. Cassidy, if any of y'all know Cassidy, the rapper Cassidy, made a whole bunch of songs. Everybody knows who Cassidy is that likes any type of battle rap, right? Cassidy's house got shot up. He came out shooting back. One of the dudes that shot his house up died, and he got the same case. Yeah, they said it's a certain degree felony or whatever, right? Because New York has 1 degree of a misdemeanor. 1 degree of misdemeanor. So you got all these felonies that in other states, he's basically charged with a misdemeanor one. He's charged with a misdemeanor in any other state. He has a misdemeanor murder case. How do you get a misdemeanor murder case? After having 8 chances to let that man go. 8 chances to take him off the train. And the fact that everybody else involved ain't charged, that ain't sending off your bells and whistles and all your other stuff. What is manslaughter? This is the charge he's being charged with. Manslaughter, 125.15. Manslaughter in the second degree. A person is guilty of manslaughter in a second degree when he recklessly caused the death of another person. That wasn't reckless when you had 7 chances to let him go. He intentionally causes or aids another person to commit suicide. So that's what they're writing it up as. He helped him commit suicide. Manslaughter is a second degree, is a Class C felony, right? Now, they got multiple Class A's. Class C felony in other states is a misdemeanor. How much time can he get for this second degree? This is all coming from their state websites. Up to 15 years in prison, right? So that means if the man he killed that had a long record was the one on the other side that ended up killing him, he could have got up to 15 years. Up to 5 years of probation. That's what he's going to get. Up to 5 years of probation, being a first-time offender. $15,000 fine. $15,000 fine. You took somebody's life, and all you're going to get is 5 years of probation and a $15,000 fine? And everybody's like, oh, well, Neely was a drug addict. He was on drugs. Blah, 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 blah. Look at this man. Do you know what a drug addict looks like? Now we're going to get personal right quick. We're going to get personal. And that's why I wanted to get off this and get this over with real quick. Right? See this man that looks exactly like me? He was suffering from addiction before he passed away. And he was on the same stuff that I can tell all day long. That man right there, Daniel Penny, you see his eyes, you see that look? That's from opioid addiction. So, you see the eyes? Pinned all the way back. That evil look. He even got a smirk on his face. You're smiling. You're smiling going to court and you killed somebody. Look at his eyes. Look at his eyes. Got all these little grifters or whatever coming at him left and right. Like, what? This makes no sense. The fact that anybody is on here taking the other man's side, for one, right? He didn't serve no he did not serve no full time in the military. He has a very odd timing of when he ended up entering the Marines and exiting. Do you know why stuff like that happens? The Marines will give you an honorable discharge if you're honest about your drug history and your drug problem. This was a drug addict. It was a drug addict fighting another drug addict, trying to take drugs from him. He murdered him and lynched him over drugs on a train. And nobody wants to step forward and say this. 8 stops. 8 stops. He got on at Lexington at 63rd. Why didn't they stop the train and get the police at 57th? Anybody that ever been on a train before knows there's an emergency help button to call the police. At the very next stop, that train won't move no more. Why didn't they do it at 47th Street? 42nd, 34th, 23rd, 14th, 4th. They waited till Broadway and Lafayette. That man choked him out for 15 minutes. And the only people that intervened helped him out with doing it. That's a lynching. That is a lynching. And anybody that's on here trying to be like, oh yeah, you know, he saying he's conservative, he's an art student. He's an art student. Y'all 1 second talking about, oh, the military's ruined, the military this, the military that, the military turned crazy. It's not how it used to be. Look at what they're trying to have our soldiers doing. But now because this dude's a veteran, he gets an automatic pass for killing a man. He murdered him. He murdered him point blank, period. I don't care what nobody says. I don't care if you guys want to unfollow me. You guys want to sit there and green screen me in front of stuff, trying to make it look like I done said some funny stuff. I don't care, right? Now, why could something like this happen? Why could the well of information be poison so bad that people that would usually see this for what it is are not calling it out? Why is this well of information poison so bad? Why is this well of information poison so bad? I got 2 words for you. Elon Musk. Elon Musk. This evil ass bastard. This evil fuck. Like, you don't just go from being a far leftist talking about you want to escape the space and stuff. I've never seen him in a room with a black person. And you guys got to remember, up until all these dudes like Elon left the Democrat Party and went over to the Conservative Party, to the Republican Party that's not even conservative no more. They went over to the Republican Party. They only did that because they didn't like Obama. They only didn't like Obama because of his name. Most of them don't have any type of realization or any type of evidence on why they don't like Obama. Very few do. Very few do. They'll sit there and say this and say that or whatever, but still back up people doing the same stuff on their side. The same stuff on their side. All day long. All day long. Yeah. Elon Musk. Elon Musk is poisoning the well of information. Well, how would Elon Musk be poisoning the well of information? People try to say, oh, he's from Africa. He's an African American, right? Yeah, but there's a problem with white people in South Africa and Nazism. You do not realize that a lot of them German soldiers that tried to get away from their trials during World War II went to places like South Africa, like Brazil, and there's a few other countries in the world that they dispersed to, right? Few other countries in the world that they dispersed to. Up until very recently, up until Elon Musk took over X, formerly Twitter, everybody knew him for being far left ideas. He's a progressive. He's a left-wing progressive. Do you know who else was a left-wing progressive? Hitler. You don't see the similar ideologies, the similar mind waves, the similar stuff going on with the two people. He took over a big source of information. I never actually did the For You page and seen what was on there. I only ever went to the news and the trending, right? And I'm like, oh, let me start seeing what these people is talking about. Because people were melting down when Joe Biden pardoned his son. He wasn't supposed to pardon his son. You guys speak following Christian values, following God first, but I could tell all day long, ain't none of y'all ever read y'all Bibles. You ain't read the Bible cover to cover. Because if you did, you wouldn't say half of the stuff y'all say about Muslims. At all. At all. If you ever read the Bible from the beginning, from Genesis and ended at Revelations, and then you pick up a Quran afterwards, the Quran's just going to reaffirm your beliefs that you picked up in that Bible. And if you say you read the Quran and blah, blah, this and that, it does not oppose the teachings of the Bible, right? When you pick up the Quran after reading the Bible, the Quran tells you that, okay, faith is important, but you also still have to follow the laws. Because a lot of Christians fell out of following the laws. So you have the first religion that I don't even know if you're allowed to say on like any platform anymore, right? But the first religion, the religion of Isa, Rahma Allahi Alayh, and Jesus, was more about following the laws. We're going to follow the laws. Nothing else matters unless we follow the religious laws, right? But then Jesus came to let everybody know that you can follow these laws all day, but if you ain't following them with your heart, it don't matter at all. But this ain't even a whole religious talk, right? Right now, we're talking about Elon Musk poisoning the well of information. Why is it so hateful over there? Why is stuff going on crazy over there? You think Elon Musk went from being a far leftist, setting up stuff to go to space, having no religion, to instantly having an awakening and becoming a Christian conservative overnight? What would make you think something like that? What would you make you think that he did anything other than buy X than to poison the information? Now it's just what he's doing over there is he's actively brainwashing people that are easily brainwashable and easily manipulable. And he's like resituating all the little Nazis and racists into the Republican Party, in essence destroying both political parties. Destroying both political parties, because you already have them far left Nazis on that side, and they know they're on that side. All he's doing is making a funnel to take the people that went to the right and bring them back to the left. And it's called right for a reason. It's called right for a reason. Nothing this man's doing is right, right? I wasn't even really interacting with X at all up until Gemini shut down, because I would just use Gemini. Gemini would get me the most popular, not Gemini, until Grok shut down. It was getting me the most popular tweets over there, helping me resource stuff. It was reading news articles, getting the key details, helping me write it. Yeah, spelling errors here and there. Yeah, pronunciation errors. Yeah, to put jokes in the code or whatever and let me know what I needed to change to make it work. All day. It was happening all day, right? And then over the weekend, it shut down. Right before this issue with the Daniel Penny trials about to happen. This dude poisoned the well of information so bad. He's making you guys think that it's fine. It's cool that a man was lynched on an NYC subway train. He's making fake support for the murderer. And like I said, it's a murder. That's probably why the jury keeps asking for instructions, because they're like, 8 stops, 15 minutes. 8 stops in 15 minutes. Why are we saying this is involuntary? 8 stops in 15 minutes. It's no less than murder 3. Murder 2 would be in the commission of another crime. If somebody can prove he was robbing him or he was assaulting him before he killed him, that would be murder 2. Murder 3 is just, you intentionally killed somebody. Murder 1 is premeditation, right? Every stop shows more meditation. So you don't think from stop 1 to stop 8, he intentionally knew what he was doing? It's like, okay, for instance, somebody breaks into your house. You're legally armed, right? You shoot at them, they run away, and then you hit them in the back. It goes from being self-defense to premeditation because you knowingly shot him in the back. So isn't it premeditation when you got 8 chances to get help, 8 chances to call an officer, 8 chances to escort that man off the train? He wasn't trying to save that man. He wasn't trying to save nobody on the train. He said, oh, we were being verbally assaulted. Verbally assaulted? And decide it's all for free speech? Supposing free speech? Supposing, words aren't violence? Or now saying you can verbally assault somebody? All he did was get verbal. He's just another crazy person on the train trying to get locked up for the night so he ain't got to sleep on the streets. But he didn't get to go to sleep no more. Daniel Penny killed that man. Like I said, I wanted to get off that story pretty quick. We spent about 30 minutes on it. Now we got this United Healthcare CEO. Yahoo's pretty good. Yahoo don't try to charge you for free information. You are not following me or tracking me or none of that. Manhunt underway after United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson fatally shot in NYC in premeditated, pre-planned, targeted attack. Basically what happened to Neely. A manhunt is underway in Manhattan after a CEO of United Healthcare was shot Wednesday morning, according to the New York police. I wonder how much Elon been saying about this United Healthcare CEO. I wonder if X got anything to do with it. According to New York Police Department, Brian Thompson, 50, was shot near the New York Hilton, 6th Avenue, just before 7 a.m. The New York Police Department is offering a $10,000 reward for information regarding the shooter. At midday press conference, NYPD Commissioner Jessica Schiff called the situation a brazen targeted attack and does not appear to be a random act of violence. At the press conference, NYPD Chief of Detectives Joseph Kenny described the suspect, who was caught on nearby security cameras, as a light-skinned male wearing a light brown or cream-colored jacket, a black face mask, black and white sneakers, and very distinctive gray backpack. Well, why aren't you telling us about the gray backpack? Police said that they don't want to catch this man. They can't. Because they wanted to catch the man, they would describe the distinctive gray backpack. When you say it's a very distinctive, very unique gray backpack, but you don't tell us what's on it? Okay. Police said the shooter arrived at the scene on foot just several minutes before Thompson showed up outside the Hilton Hotel. Thompson was visiting New York City from Minnesota for an investor conference scheduled to begin at Hilton today at 8 a.m. The suspect was then approached Thompson from behind and popped Thompson in the back of the leg, Kenny said. The Uter headed north on foot before boarding an electric city bike and riding towards Central Park, where he was last. Them city bikes got a GPS tracker on them. Now, have you guys ever rented a city bike? Even the electric ones? When your time runs up, the bike stops running, it starts flashing. How did he get away on an electric city bike? I'm telling you, watch. Elon Musk going to end up buying this soon. Elon Musk is going to buy that soon. Evil ass Elon Musk. I didn't realize how evil he was because I was just dealing with Grok in the news headlines. But now the trending on Twitter, the news headlines on Twitter are just targeted to make you mad and engage. I'm not going to get mad and engage. No, I don't got time for that. Athletic, Apple Music, Replay, Barry Corrigan, Man City, Forest, Spotify, Stats, Johnson. It's probably football. Oh, Charlamagne the God clashes with Whoopi. Okay. Let's see what they got to say about this. I might actually do this on the other channel tonight. Charlamagne the God clashes. Stop trying to steal my information, guys. Clashes Whoopi Goldberg over the Biden pardon of Hunter. He just changed his mind. At one point, Goldberg instructed, "I'm going to stop you for a second, only because you don't know what it's like to... You don't know that it was a lie." Radio host Charlamagne the God clashed with Whoopi Goldberg during The View on Wednesday over President Biden's decision to pardon his son ahead of his exit from the White House. So I want to know who's saying what. I think that all of the criticism is valid, Charlamagne said, of the heat Biden has taken for breaking a repeated promise. Democrats stand on this moral high ground all the time, and they act so self-righteous. The reality is, he didn't have to say anything in regards to whether or not his son wanted to be pardoned, which I fully agree. He continued, he could have said, "Hey man, I'm not focused on that right now." That's what he should have said. That's what he was like. We're not going to be discussing the president's son. It should have went with common sense that he was going to pardon his son before he left office. That's the only good thing that man did in office. That's the only good thing that man did in office. He messed up everything so bad that the only good thing he did, Biden's only saving grace out of all of this, was pardoning his son. And then you got everybody that's on this whole little Republican echo chamber. They're like, oh, Biden's MAGA now. He put on the MAGA hat, right? That MAGA hat wasn't no conservative action. That MAGA hat was him just trolling. You know what his conservative action was? When he said, F everything else and I'm going to take care of my family. And if you can't respect that, I don't know what's wrong with you. If you wouldn't give up everything in the world just to see your children prosper, you're horrible. He continued. He could have said, hey, man, I'm not focused on that right now. Blase, blase. Basically, yeah. Charlemagne destroyed them. Charlemagne destroyed the whole view. And I'm going to end up getting into that on the Breaking the Echo Chamber later. Because Charlemagne destroyed the whole view. All them trying to be like, he shouldn't have pardoned. He shouldn't. Come on, yo, get off that. Trump chooses billionaire astronaut Jared Zeichman to run NASA. Okay, he's a billionaire and an astronaut. How? So I ain't adding up here. President-elect DJT had chosen billionaire astronaut Jared Ishman to be the next administrator of NASA. Jared will drive NASA's mission of discovery and inspiration, paving a way for groundbreaking achievements in space, science, and technology exploration. Trump said in a post on Truth Social, Zeichman made headlines earlier this year when he became the first private astronaut to conduct a spacewalk. The 5-day mission took place using a capsule built by Elon. Everything's Elon in the whole world. Everybody's stuck on Elon, yo. He got over on that dude too. Elon's brainwashing y'all. Elon is brainwashing y'all actively. Luckily, I got a way to post on there without ever touching X again. I can post on X. I can share stuff on X. I can live stream on X and never look at them headlines again. From time to time, I'm going to see if Grok improves, but I feel like X is a lost platform. And honestly, I don't want to log in and give them any advertising revenue. But hopefully we've reached some people over there today. And if you're on X right now, can you choose like a better platform to come watch us on? Maybe YouTube, maybe Rumble, maybe Twitch. I'm trying to get the views back up on Facebook and Instagram so we can live stream on there, but they changed stuff recently and they don't want to let anybody just live stream. Whatever. I really don't care. Hey, but you know, you got Elon and you got Elon and Zuckerbucks or whatever they be calling dude, right? Zuckerberg. You got Zuckerberg and Musk all over there hanging out with Trump right now. They're like, oh, we changed. You think they changed overnight? You think they changed overnight? Yo, listen, this little Republican echo chamber is so simple-minded, so one-track thinking. Anybody that throws the red hat, like, listen, if I threw the red hat on right now, I'll probably have 1,000 people in here. Matter of fact, I might look into getting a red hat just to come on here one day, and I'm going to just say everything I don't like about Trump. And because, you know, I like some things about Trump, and I dislike some things about Trump. I'm not going to like nobody fully. He ain't one of my fucking kids. He ain't my parents. You think I'm going to like somebody? I don't know the man. I'm not going to hate him. Now, I can weigh his goods and his bads. But I'm pretty sure the people that's getting his ear as of lately are seeming a lot more bad. Oh, they got O.J. Simpson in the news? What's going on with O.J.? Former O.J. Simpson bodyguard claims. This is breaking news about O.J. Simpson. Former O.J. Simpson bodyguard claims to have recording of the incest confession. What? Police in Minnesota may have a recording of O.J. Simpson confessing to the 1994 Double M and Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman. obtained as part of a search warrant and a speculative investigation, but he was already found not guilty. They can't reopen that. The recording is said to be a thumb drive that belonged to the accused killer's former bodyguard, according to the warrant obtained by TMZ. This definitely could be AI, though. It could be AI, especially with it being on a thumb drive, being that long ago. Now, if it was on an actual cassette tape, I would say that's more realistic. But if it's not on a cassette tape, but they can't find the real cassette tape, I will link that off to being AI. Police say Simpson may have also implicated a possible unknown accomplice on the recording, which the Daily News is unable to verify. Thumb drive is said to be in custody of the Bloomington Police Department. So his accomplice can go to jail. But the contents of the drive are still under investigation per documents cited by TMZ. Simpson's lawyer told the outlet he could not speak on the authenticity of the drive. The search warrant reportedly pertained to contents of backpack belonging to Iraqville. So that's probably the accomplice, his bodyguard, who worked for Simpson at some point before the disgraced NFL star passed away in April. Oh, I forgot Simpson passed away. I want to lighten up the load. It's National Cookie Day. National Cookie Day. Did you know it's National Cookie Day? It's National Cookie Day. 29 National Cookie Day deals to save you some dough. Oh, that was a few days ago. What's today's date? It's National Cookie Day, guys. It's National Cookie Day. It's National Cookie Day. So, just remember, delete your cookies after every online session. Nobody does that anymore, do they? Do you guys know what cookies are? Do you guys know what cookies are? Probably not. Where is this? My bad. I just got other notifications coming through, possible work stuff going on or whatever. I don't know. I have no clue where that is. I have no clue where that city is. Okay. Jennifer Tilly's in the news. What is Jennifer Tilly's net worth? I don't care about Jennifer Tilly's net worth. I haven't cared about Jennifer Tilly since she was married to Chucky. Echo, these Cyber Monday deals. I don't care about Cyber Monday deals. What's going on with Ron DeSantis? Ron Deep State ass. Trump's defense secretary Pick says he's not dropping out amid doubts over confirmation. What we're covering, uncertainty about defense Pick. It's a crucial day for Pete Hedges, whose future appears to be in jeopardy as GOP senators raise questions about his fitness to serve as Donald Trump's defense secretary. Amid past misconduct allegations, Hedges, the president-elect, told him that he still supports him for the role and that he will not drop out and plans to fight like the H word to win the confirmation despite an uphill battle. And we're going to chop all that up. So they're planning on, if he don't get picked, they're going to plan on replacing him with Ron Deep State ass. Ron Deep State ass. So, yeah. Get out the people that actually got 20 years of military experience, that actually knows the ins and outs from the ground up. And bring in Deep State ass, the dude that tried to primary Trump. Wow. Like I said, anybody that throws on one of them little red hats can get in his good graces, right? Right. Hey, I want to bring something to you guys' attention, right? We want to bring something to you guys' attention. You know who only got a 15-minute Trump interview? Somebody. Donald Trump had a 2-hour interview with, I forget what the dude's name was, right? But they was talking about blow and doing lines and stuff. And Trump was like, yeah, because like I keep telling everybody that's like, oh, well, Hunter Biden is a crackhead. He should be locked up forever, right? Hunter Biden is a crackhead. They should lock him up forever. Everybody got a crackhead or a dope fiend in their family. Everybody. Because when Donald Trump was talking to him and he was talking about, oh, yeah, I used to like drinking and doing lines of coke. Donald Trump broke down a little bit and stayed in that interview way super long. And he told his story about his brother that suffered through addiction, his children's uncle. Everybody got one addict in their family. If it's not an addict cousin, addict brother, sister, it's an uncle or an auntie. All day long. All day long. And Trump was talking about how his brother, he was doing a lot of drinking, sociable, got into all that little stuff or whatever, right? So, Donald Trump did 3 hours on Rogan talking about aliens and life, right? Donald Trump did like 2 hours on some podcast that was talking about getting high and stuff, and the dude had Bernie Sanders on a few days before or after, right? This dude that claims to be super conservative, this super conservative sucker right here, he didn't even get a full 15 minutes. You know why? Because Trump was going to deal with his little fake suck-up ass sitting there trying to be like, he peeped what it was. He's like, this dude is crazy. There's something wrong with him. There's something wrong with him. And then on the other hand, you know who else? Who else is sitting out here trying to act like they major conservative, major person? The man from the Wife Beater podcast. The man from the Wife Beater podcast. Y'all know who this is? He didn't get no Trump interview, right? This dude be running around trying to talk about, oh, he ultra MAGA or whatever, right? Nah, he is drunk. He is drunk, getting drunk at like 9 o'clock in the morning. At 9 a.m., he's out here. He's drinking at 9 a.m. and he's wearing a dress by 9 p.m. and telling you guys that he stands on conservative Christian values. Be out here talking about, oh, yeah, after this, I'm going to get home to my kids, right? Your newborn kids. When your baby mom left before they was even born. Your newborn kids, right? So you're telling me, you're basically telling me, your kids need to eat every 2 hours, right? You and your baby mama were living in separate houses. You've been putting on this whole little fake show acting like everything was good until your baby mama spoke out, and then you try to hit her with an NDA like you're doing with everybody else. You can't hit me with no NDA. I ain't never worked for you. And then you can check on our channel Breaking the Echo Chamber, where I did a whole deep dive on this little thing he had going on where he was like, oh yeah, they shouldn't have let Hunter Biden buy a weapon while he was intoxicated. He got 2 cups, one for the coffee, one for the whiskey. He got 2 cups. And it's always on him. He keeps pewing. Like, what? How are you talking about how active users shouldn't have weapons while doing so on a live stream? He's another Republican grifter. All day long. You know how I know this? Because he's actively, you see, he's got a cup of whiskey in his hand. He got a cup of whiskey in his hand. Because why would you got 2 cups? One got the alcohol, one got the coffee. He taking shots of whiskey and chasing it with the coffee. What they call that, an Irish breakfast? While got the weapon right there within arm reach. But you're saying Joe Biden should have let his son go to jail forever? Should have let his son get like 10 to 15 years? Meanwhile, y'all compare stuff to the wrong stuff, guys. The wrong stuff. Stop trying to compare. You guys are comparing stuff to stuff that's non-comparable. Okay, you guys say that, oh, because Hunter Biden got pardoned, Trump got free reign to pardon all the J6 protesters or whatever. No. They're not related to him. They're not related to him. He tried to tell them people to leave and not to go in there breaking nothing. They were just supposed to stand outside and protest, right? Now, say during the 2020 fiasco, everything going on during then or whatever, right? The protest that was going on when people were breaking in the stores or whatever, right? If you just went in there and took some pictures with stuff and sat down on some furniture in Target when people were breaking in there and they were rioting and looting in Target, are you not trespassing? You see people breaking windows. You see people smashing stuff, right? So should they get a pardon? No. The trespassers, not the people that did any type of destruction. Trespassers, I'm all for commuting their sentences. But a commutation means you got this much time left in jail. I'm going to let you out on parole right now. Why are you going to give them a full right why are you going to restore all their rights? Because you said they were peacefully protesting in the Capitol. Like, what? They were peacefully protesting. Let's get this straight, right? They were peacefully. Some of them were. They were peacefully trespassing in the Capitol. They were peacefully felony trespassing in the Capitol. For real, that's not even a trespass at that point, because that was a building with people in it. That's called a burglary. But they want to drop it down to a trespass and just have them with a felony trespass on their record. Okay, I'm kind of for that. They've been in jail for what, 4 or 5 years now, some of them? Okay, let them home on parole. Why are you going to wipe their record clean? Why are you going to wipe their record clean? There's a lot more people that's been waiting a lot longer to have their records clean and expunged than these crazy people that thought it was inappropriate to just go hang out in Congress. You don't see where I'm going with this? You can't sit there and point fingers and be like, oh yeah, everybody involved in the 2020 protest that were sitting there breaking into Target and everything should go to jail. Oh, why ain't they in jail? But you want everybody from J6 to get out? Why does both sides have these double standards? Your double standards are ridiculous. Do you have any standards whatsoever? Any standards whatsoever? It seems like you got... And I know exactly what it is. I know exactly what it is. It's two sides of the same coin. You got some of the most loudest, most attention-grabbing, the most provocative people saying the opposite things. But all they're really trying to do is cause conflict amongst the masses. They just want conflict. They want me and you and everybody else listening to this not liking each other. So then we just sit down on our phone and, let me see what Elon Musk just tweeted. Let me see what Mark is talking about. Oh, yeah, And then you go through there, then you get mad because you see something you don't like, and next thing you know, you've been sitting there arguing with people you don't know online that you're never going to meet for 2 hours. Ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And I'm not falling into this trap no more. I went so long not having social media. I made this WTFFN, Work Till Friday fake news brain. This was my first social media account on the YouTube end. I made the website. This little website right here. Oh, I don't even got it up no more. But the website for WTFFN was there before the YouTube. The website was there before the YouTube. I was just trying to figure out how to get the push, how to get the traction. So first I made the YouTube, then I made the Facebook, then I made the Instagram, then I made the Twitter, probably this year, the year before I made the Twitch, right? Because I'm not a social media type of person. And I'm not going to sit here and keep looking at social media to find out what other people are saying. When I see stuff that's newsworthy hit the trends, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to commentate on that on my debate and commentary channel. Look forward to a video coming out later on tonight where it's looking like Charlemagne the God destroys Whoopi Goldberg. That's what I'm saying. That's what the Fox News report said. So I'm going to go in there and watch it with a fresh set of eyeballs. Don't really want to read into that too much. This one could come off too, because we already went through the different charges and I broke down to you guys how that man is guilty of criminal homicide. Okay, what else we got on here? I want to get into the technology realm. A new phone scanner that detects spyware has already found 7 Pegasus infections. Well, I'm not downloading that. Because when you download stuff like that, your stuff can get infected. You want to see how to debug your phone? Go into your settings, right? Go into your settings. You find your whatever that your storage is in, right? And I don't want to show you all that much. Okay? Now you go into your storage. You look at your storage, right? You go through every file in here because you'll see stuff like other files. Oh, I got to look into that. Why do I have other files in here now? They ain't got nothing to do with the OS. What are these other files? I got about 6 gigabytes of other files that I'm going to have to delete off of here. But you go into everything, right? You look at everything in your phone, and you delete stuff that you don't know what it is. If your phone lets you delete it, it's not supposed to be there. If your phone's going to let you delete it, it's not meant to be there. You be like, how did you get here? Nobody's supposed to be here. So I deleted this file for the lay. You don't need no special spot. Like, okay, it's going to go in there and do it all for you. But it's also going to leave stuff in there and traces that it did it for you. You can literally just go in there yourself. Go in there yourself. I wonder if that's what it is. Screensaver. Not even really do too much. And clear, free. Hey, it's cool. We'll handle a lot of this stuff later. I'm just confused why it's not letting me get into these other files. I wonder if that's some type of cookies X done left behind. Yeah, that site is so weird. That site is slowly getting weird. They got stuff to hook you in, right? And then when they hook you in, they're going to try to keep you there. But you see, my memory is working a little bit too high. A little bit too high. Let's see what's running on this little background. That's why I love my Samsung. My Samsung shows me a lot of stuff that's going on. What is this block number thing? It don't even matter. We're just going to delete it all. We're going to clean all that out. Save a 1.7 megabytes. Whew. Nice and clean. Nice and clean. Also, I'm about to start a little tech channel because I do all this off of cell phones, all the video edits off of cell. I do everything off of cell phone, right? So if you want to become a content creator, if you got ideas for making movies or whatever, you got ideas for anything in this world, I can help you get there. But that's my alarm. I gotta go. I'll holler at you guys again later. Oh Allah, I hope you bless everybody that don't watch this stream. Oh Allah, I hope like we just all do better. Break these little echo chambers. We're not gonna be sitting on here falling into the riffraff and arguing with people online no more. We're not gonna be sitting here getting news sources from one place. We're not going to be sitting here looking at trends no more. Oh, Allah, allow me not to go through that no more. Oh, Allah, please bless everybody. Like, everybody in the world. We don't need to be out here beefing. Why is everybody online beefing? You guys not realize this? That everybody's online beefing? But like I said, I got to go. I got stuff I got to do. It's almost time for me to offer Salat again. So, got to get some stuff done. Look forward to some edits of this content coming out later on down the pipeline. I think I covered most of the stories I said I wanted to cover. Every time I say I'm about to get off, that's when YouTube pop a whole bunch of people in there like, y'all gonna keep me on here. Hey, I'm on to your games. That's why I'm about to delete YouTube off my phone too. I figured out how to do it. I'm gonna delete YouTube off my phone too. The only time I'm gonna use YouTube is when I go to YouTube or whatever. Like, there's other ways to see all the content on YouTube. There's other platforms. There's other stuff to do. And on top of that, I got to record this segment from The View and start doing some edits to it. And if you guys are interested in getting any of these edited videos where we can put your logo on the background, actually take these people from the studios that get you guys demonetized, move people around and put them in different places so you can actually commentate on the stuff going on with a little bit of background noise. Like, let me see. I'll show you guys for an instance of what I can do for you, right? Why would I say I can do something and not show you? Turn off that screensaver. This actually comes from my other channel, Breaking the Echo Chamber.
Generations or ever. And it is, I believe it is fair to say, and I stand by my belief in this, that this was the intention is to cover up the international influence peddling.
I don't even want to look at this yet, because I got stuff to do.
And I think that the reason that he was behaving that he did, the way he did, is because he believed that he was going to beat Donald Trump. He's like, I'm the only guy that's beating Donald Trump. You know, and there's no one else that apparently.
That makes it a whole different thing. It's not going to get picked up on the audio file because you completely transfer the audio file. They're speaking in a different pattern. Not one thing is going to link up. On top of that, it has a repetitive thing in the background. No matter if we put laugh tracks in there randomly, there's so much stuff we can pop in there. The more stuff you need for your video, the more we can do. Contact Passion Services. We got passionservice.com. Just knock the S off. You can either go on there and fill out a request for web services, or you could schedule an appointment for me to call you back, and we can actually get logos made. We can switch up whole videos. Like, I'll show you. We still got the raw on here, don't we? I might have took the raw off because I got the whole little thing. Now, this is actually going to be the one I'm going to use.
Special counsel, David C. Weiss on docket, blah, blah, blah. You get the point. The interesting thing here is that it's going back 11 years. And more importantly, when this pardon was issued,
that's the one I'm going to use.
Hunter for an additional 4 hours into the future. Because no, in all seriousness, I guess this proves it. I really do. And this is something that I think is going to...
So, if you want a free copy, I will definitely have a somewhat free copy floating around on the internet. I'll probably put a free copy on X every day for whatever videos I plan on using for Breaking the Echo Chamber, so you guys can use it. It's going to be like no video quality, but you will have the audio. And you might end up getting a copyright strike from my end. Not even a copyright strike, just like you lose the monetization on the video. Oh, well. You guys been lazy with your little commentary videos, like you see. They're in my new studio now. They're not in their new studio. They're in my new studio. I do that with everybody. I can get you into the shorts feed where it follows the faces. Videos like that with your own personal logo that you already have will be about $100. Because it takes a lot of editing. I got to sit there and actually watch the video and edit it frame by frame. So if you want something like that, that's $100. If you want just a regular video in full HD quality, you just want the copy like I got right there, I can do that for about $50. If you just want the 720 version with a lot of grains to it, that's going to be like a dub, right? If you need logo creation, I create logos too. Depending on the complexity of your logo, I can make a logo for you. So, yeah, that's who that's who sponsors us. We're sponsored entirely by Passion Services, my web design and graphic design company. Huh? We ain't getting not one donation of them. We ain't getting not one monetization check. I pay for all this stuff out of my pocket. So, you know, till next time, I want to say peace to everybody. Have a wonderful day. I said I was going to cut out of here a lot earlier than I'm cutting out of here now. We went 5 minutes over, but I started super late. But I got stuff to do. I got a life to attend to. And till next time, guys, peace. Oh, I didn't switch the name of that one, though. I didn't switch the name of that one. But did you guys notice? The original files of the other joint said the Grifter podcast. The Grifter podcast. Oh, yeah. And I haven't put a video on there yet, right? But look forward to the coming days. I'm going to start doing one upload every week on Passion Services, their YouTube channel, Instagram, and YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. I may or may not make a Twitter for it. I'm debating on that. And Rumble. To actually show you guys how you can do some of these edits off your phone. Show you guys how you can do some web coding off your phone. Most of the stuff I got, I made off of this phone. This is a cheap, free phone. This phone ain't even worth $20. If I made most of these websites, set up most of these graphics and everything off a $20 phone, I'm pretty sure you guys got a better phone than I do. So, yeah. Now, you can come over on Passion Services and you can learn with me, or you can go to passionservice.com and you can pay for some services. It's your choice. I really don't care. Also, I got a cooking channel. It's called Chef Culver. So if you want to learn how to cook healthy meals, stuff that will have you dropping weight without exercise, go look in his Chef Culver. I'll teach you actually how to like eat healthy, live healthy, make healthy meals. Tonight I'm gonna make a vegetarian dish. I'm gonna make my honey fried rice, not the hot honey fried rice. We're just gonna do the honey fried rice. And now we're at a full hour. I like to keep this at an hour. And I got a lot of editing and stuff to do, and I got a dinner to make and family to attend to. Until next time, guys, peace. The rest of the content will be coming out later on today, but I wanted to do this stuff when I still got a lot more energy. Holla at y'all. One.